So Disney's known for putting out some of the best family-friendly fare out there. I mean, they don't always get every move right. See the latest Snow White movie, but for the most part, they've got a good, clean record of classic films and entertainment that have become part of worldwide pop culture and sometimes creating misconceptions. Like about the time that Walt Disney threw a whole bunch of animals off a cliff because they wanted to film them for an audience entertainment. Hey guys, welcome back to the Spector Creative channel. I'm Toy Guru Neitlich, and we're not actually talking toys today, but we are talking pop culture. And this is actually one of my favorite sort of pop culture myths out there. And I like to make videos on this channel of things that I, can't find other videos for. And if no one else is going to cover it, hey, why not do it here? All right, so what I want to talk about today are lemmings. Okay. And most of you, when you hear that term, you think of people who blindly follow, right? Oh, a bunch of lemmings, blindly, worker bees getting coffee. Or, more accurately in nature, lemmings jumping off a cliff in mass suicide. Well, as was exposed by CBS in 1982, this was completely not only misleading, but fake. Lies, terrible lies. Yeah, so it's a fascinating story. So let's just kind of jump right in. In the 1950s, Disney was doing a whole bunch of nature documentaries. And in particular, they had one that was animals of the Arctic. Let's see, it was White Wilderness, 1958. It actually won an Academy Award for Best Documentary in 1959. Well, the thing about White Wilderness, showcasing Arctic animals, is it wasn't quite filmed in the Arctic, it was filmed in Canada, and the filmmakers brought in animals like polar bears and penguins and lemmings. Well, they had no problem with the polar bear. That looks really interesting. Penguins usually are, pretty fun to watch. But what about these little squirrel-like Arctic rodent creatures called lemmings that most people in the 1950s had never heard of? Well, when they imported them from other areas into Alberta, Canada for the filming, they found that of all the animals they were going to film in their winter White Wilderness movie, lemmings didn't do anything. They just kind of sat there. Like, literally, they did nothing, and they couldn't get anything out of them. Well, so they decided to force them to do things. First thing they did is they put them on a, not quite a treadmill. It was a turntable, was what it was. Like, you'd use for a record. I know I'm aging myself. And by turning the turntable with the lemmings on it, they created shots showing them migrating. But they were just going around in circles like little yapping chipmunks. All right, but they weren't stopping there. So not only did they stage a fake migration, if you will, but they threw them off cliffs. Yeah, Disney filmmakers, I mean, not Walt Disney himself, but the filmmakers literally took these lemmings who wouldn't do anything, and in order to create some kind of content for their movie, they threw them off cliffs, and through narration said that they were all committing mass suicide. So, yeah, they just murdered hundreds and hundreds of poor lemmings. And it's amazing at how this is just like stuck in pop culture for decades. I mean, there's video games about lemmings, there's phrases about lemmings. It's become like I said in the beginning, you call someone a lemming, it means just follow the leader. When not only is that not true, these animals don't follow each other, they don't jump off cliffs and commit mass suicide. As I said, in 82, CBS did they had a episode of The Fifth Estate, which was kind of their investigative journalism. And yeah, they showed the whole thing. The segment was called The Cruel Camera. And it was, all about how they were throwing these animals off cliffs and saying that this was part of their behaviors and it was natural. So, That's it, guys. Lemmings are not what you think they are. They're basically just cold weather squirrels. They don't do anything special. They don't migrate, and they definitely don't live in Alberta, Canada. And they definitely do not follow each other and jump off cliffs. Unless the filmmakers do it by hand. All right. Let me know if you like this video and if you'd love to see sort of other summaries of kind of pop culture myths exposed. Kind of fun to do these. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. And I'll see you guys in the next video.